There you go.
I hate that part too. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet. This is Heather from Scentsy. And we're starting off my party. I'm super excited. And she's pulled out, as she's pulling stuff out, I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, what's that? Yeah, I think you guys are going to get sucked into stuff. Yeah, you guys can see me, but I just want to add my, Scentsy link. I'm going to pin my party link in the comment section. So if you guys want to go and check stuff out on the online catalog, so that if you have any questions, you can ask her, or we can see if she has it at home but doesn't have it here. She can't bring everything here. I mean, come on,
can't bring everything.
It would have been awesome. But then we get next time, who knows? Maybe we'll be at her house and
longer than 2 hour show here.
Totally. Anyway, so I don't know. Do you want to start off by however you normally start off parties, or?
Sure.
I know this is a different.
This is new to me. You guys are my first YouTube live. I've never done this. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you, Natalie.
Awesome. Thank you, Heather.
So just to introduce myself, my name is Heather. I am a working mom of 2, military spouse as well to my husband of 5 years.
Thank you to the service for his service.
Thank you. He's a 24-year veteran with the United States Army.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
And so life is pretty crazy. My oldest is 3. My youngest is 20 months. And
I didn't realize they were
17 months apart. Both boys.
Both boys, right?
Both
okay,
boys.
Sorry.
So I'm kind of outnumbered in the house. And then I have just turned 3-year-old Siberian Husky. Her name is Coco.
Do they have terrible twos too?
Yes. Dog, yes. Actually, it's like the terrible 3s. It's like the terrific 2s now, and now the terrible 3s, because that's when everything kind of starts to.
Got it. Okay.
If you know, you know, right? So I've been doing Scentsy. I signed up September 1st of 2023. And I was actually 14 days from giving birth to my youngest when I did it. And
that's
I was doing
gutsy.
I was like, well, I'm going to go on maternity leave. I'll do this, bring some extra cash into the house. And it actually turned out into a blessing, because my husband lost his civilian job the Friday before Thanksgiving. And so I kept Scentsy going because it's amazing. The community is amazing. And the products are amazing. I have Scentsy everywhere in my home. My home smells amazing. And it's safe for pets. So if you're wondering, the only the only animal that they kind of shy away from is birds. So if you have birds, Scentsy is not safe for the home, just because of the different things that are in the air. Birds are more sensitive. But it's clean products for cats, dogs, kids.
Now, I've heard somewhere, actually, I think relatively recently, that I don't know if it was, I know for dogs, I don't know if it was the same for cats, but that I don't know if it was spearmint or if it was some kind of a mint scent. Is that a thing that you know of?
Not sure.
Okay, I don't know. No, it wasn't like a professional that said it. It was just somebody that kind of made a comment. So
I have not heard.
Really sure. Okay.
But everything that Scentsy has is safe. So do we have people?
Yeah, my mom is here and Becky's here. So
hi
Mom, hi Becky.
So, but it's safe.
Okay.
And then so Scentsy, if you're not familiar with Scentsy, has been based of a wax warming business. So they were wax melts and warmers, and then they kind of grew into more functions of the home. So we've expanded to fans, we've expanded to fragrance flowers, we've expanded to body lines, kids lines. I even have a pet line.
What?
Well,
can
I don't
possibly-
have a pet line.
Scentsy
Scentsy has a pet line.
What would be for a pet line? Like for pets?
So I've got
I just noticed
shampoo.
the dog.
So there's shampoo and detangling spray.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
And it's a lovely scent, so that your dog doesn't smell. Like, because who likes wet dog smell?
Yeah. Miley. Seriously?
Visitors.
It was just somebody outside made a noise. It's probably Daddy. Miley. Oh, for crying out loud.
Good morning from Australia.
Hey, Leanne. I think that's Leanne. Yeah. Miley.
Yeah.
Miley, come on. See, this is the reason. It was good I'm here.
So,
Miley.
thank you again for everybody that's jumping on and supporting Natalie. This is an all-month party, so there's plenty of time to take a look at the catalog. And Natalie and I were just talking that Scentsy is very family-friendly, and even on the pocketbook. So we go from $3 to $100+, depending on what you're looking for. So, it may not be the right time, and that's okay, but every little thing helps to get Natalie some free product and some half-price product.
Because let me tell you, there's stuff I want.
And then, if you're interested in hosting a party with me as well, then you get free product and half-price product. So I'm willing to share the wealth because Scentsy is just, it's amazing. That's going to be my word tonight, is amazing. So for those that are here with us, I have a little bit of everything from different categories. So is anybody familiar with Scentsy and wants to see something? Otherwise, I'm going to kind of let Natalie pick what she wants to look at first. And then we'll just kind of roll with the punches.
I'll wait to see if anybody wants to see something. Life begins after. That's cool. These are amazing.
Yes.
There's something I can't wait until she tells you about, because when we reconnected at my last market. I think you've had a few since, but at my last market, I walked in with Mr. Boyfriend, and she's like, Natalie, and I turned around, I was like,
she was like,
oh
what?
I know. I was like, it just took me off guard for a split second. And so it was actually, I think, towards the middle of the show or no, I think it was towards the end. You were telling somebody about, because I was wondering what they were, and you were telling somebody about them, and you were showing it, and I was like, oh my God, that's amazing.
It's usually the response.
And so I was like, that's super cool. Share with all your friends and let them know Natalie has her happy.
Share with my friends?
Well, she has to, they buy with her. So, but I shared it on my personal Facebook group page. I shared it with the Facebook group for Natalie's Closet. I shared it on the community tab. I forgot to do it on Instagram. But Instagram's kind of funny because it's not like you could just click a link, which is very frustrating.
Right.
And so, I wonder if I did it in my story. I was just going to say. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then I'm going to also post
my website link in my stories all the time.
Yeah, that's smart. Okay, because I know I've linked people before, so that's what made me just think of that. But so I'll do that also.
Share with your friends.
Yeah, share with your friends. Anybody you know. I mean, I know you're in Australia. Yeah, so you can find a consultant there. I mean, it wouldn't help Heather or myself, but
after this party.
Yeah, after this party.
If you don't already have a consultant in Australia. But
through here we can figure
we'll figure it out. We'll get something to you if you find something. Absolutely. I don't back down from a challenge. So yeah. And if you can tell the pale skin and the light hair and the freckles, I'm Irish, so I don't back down.
That's right.
Postage trust. So it can be, but there's little tricks.
Mm-hmm. There's tricks.
You're afraid? Why are you afraid?
No,
don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. We'll figure it out. If you find something, or if you see something on the catalog, I don't, just ask. Or if you want to see, okay, let's start with a warmer since,
Okay.
But let's see which.
So we've got
like that one. Well, I love that one because I tested the power strip for it. And that's awesome.
So we want to go with this one?
But I like the doggies.
This one?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay.
All right. So we have a power strip already.
Warmers come in full-size warmers and mini warmers. We also have what's called an element warmer. So the first one that Natalie would like to see, this one is your standard full-size warmer. This one emits light when lit up, excuse me. So there's a bulb inside. I mean, why not? We're just making it up. It's the internet, so it's true. You know, if it's on the internet, it's true. So I brought 2 different types of large or full-size warmers to kind of show the difference. So the first one that Natalie wants to show is our Disney-inspired Coco.
I just like the skeletons.
So
and the guitars.
Yeah, there's guitars.
When Mr. Boyfriend sees that,
and music notes and the sugar skulls and then like mosaic flowers. And then your dish is separated. So you see the bulb is inside and then this is your dish. So if you can see, trying to not get in the lights of Miguel.
Oh, there you go. You got it. Awesome. Yeah. Yay.
So Miguel is see-through. So the light would come through him.
Oh, cool.
And then...
So the wax melts when it melts?
Yeah, you'll see Miguel in the bottom. So you ready? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my gosh, you know what? Let me change the ring light so it's not so bright maybe.
Sometimes when you get closer to the camera, it picks up on the...
Why are you not working, ring light? Or changing?
Sometimes if
it will. Just give it a second and it'll
pick up.
It normally does.
Sometimes you gotta get really close.
I know, it's so annoying. You can see it though. I mean, I can. Wow.
And it gives off.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Around
it's amazing.
The room. So what's really nice is that it gives off like a mosaic look. So you can see on the surrounding area. Well, you can see it like lit up on,
on your face and everything.
Maybe turn that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that'll work. Wait, let's try turning that and that. Does that help? Well, you could see it on the back of the yarn, on the yarn and stuff.
I mean, you could see it on my shirt. So
yes, you can.
See the mosaic print on the shirt, and then let's.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
Skull and the guitars. They're gonna point the other way. There we go.
It's
it's very cool. And then
Miguel.
I don't know if it's.
Can you see it?
Is it gonna show him?
Maybe not.
No, maybe not. But
oh my god, that's amazing!
So that is Coco. So yeah, it's really pretty. So in the light, it's pretty, but then when you're in the dark, the white kind of goes dark, and then you just have the mosaic. So super fun, super fun.
Oh my goodness, I want that one.
All right, let's set this guy off to the side.
There's too many things here. I'm just like looking at stuff and like, now what?
And
now
this
what?
Isn't even like the tip of the iceberg. So because Natalie said it, if anybody caught what she said doggies. So this is our Furry Friends warmer. This is an absolute favorite of mine. I actually... Today is the 3-year anniversary of me having to put my chocolate lab down.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I know how hard that
we're gonna be happy because it's still a hard one. But he was my first dog. Got him at 8 weeks. I had to put him down at 9 years old because he had some stuff going on. But when Scentsy came out with this warmer, I had to have it because I have his ashes in a tin on a table in our dining room off to the side. And so this light lights up his tin all day and all night. So it's kind of like a memorial light. And that's what a lot of people use it for. Otherwise, you can just use it because you're a dog lover. So I'm going to show this in white. So this is a white ceramic and it's kind of hard to see right now.
I think that's a little
but better, you can see the prints. It'll show up here in just a moment. Hopefully.
You want me to hold it up closer? Oh my god. I'm so glad that didn't just fall. Let's see. Come on. Adjust. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
So there's the dogs. There's all kinds of
Oh, I
dogs
got
on the
too far.
backside. Oh, we got.
Hold on, guys. Come on. What did I do before that it did it?
I don't know. You were. So this one
Stupid technology. I promise we're trying to achieve something here. There we go.
Okay, so don't go too far.
No, I'm not going.
So you'll have the butterflies. You've got like terriers, the German Shepherd, the pit bull, the husky.
I just got too far away.
There's a I think there's like a Shih Tzu. There's a Chihuahua. There's all kinds. So there's the Golden Retriever.
Does that help?
The Labrador.
Now that I know not to let it fall. Come on. I was over this way more. There we go.
That's great. Usually it like updates or
I know, and it does.
Adjusts right away.
No, and mine does too normally when I get. Come on, what are you doing?
Let's see if I can
Well, it's beautiful. Let's just put it that way.
Let's try to do.
Here, let me try something. Let's turn it off.
What if I show? I show on the phone.
It will. Give it a second. It should adjust. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, and the butterflies on the wall.
And then the butterflies project onto the wall.
Oh my goodness.
So I absolutely love this warmer because it projects the butterflies onto the wall. And it lights up his tin all the time. So absolutely love it. And super easy to clean. So everybody kind of feels like when you bump into the warmers and the wax kind of falls over, that's what's great about Scentsy wax is that it's a paraffin wax. So it's easy to clean. It doesn't stain. And it's safe for, when I mentioned before, little fingers and pets because it's warm, but it's not burning hot to where it's going to scar or burn the skin. Okay. So, you know, they might be upset that they touched something warm, but it's not going to hurt them. It's kind of like glue, you know, it dries really quick on your finger and you just peel it off and throw it away. Or you know, gently scrape it up off the counter or the tabletop and it comes off nice and clean. That's awesome. And you don't have to worry about it. That's awesome. Yeah. So let's get this guy unplugged. So no questions requests or questions. So
and the nice thing is if you do if you do decide to go to the catalog, even you know, and you just want to see something, this link is going to be, I'm going to have it in the description box of all my videos because the show runs from today through the end of the month. So you can share this link with people so that they can come and actually see the stuff live versus just online. But if there's something that you're interested in or you saw, you can always either in the comment section once the live actually posts when we're done, in the comment section you can ask something, or if you're part of the Facebook group or on the community tab or wherever, you can private message me. We also have a Facebook Messenger party group. So if you'd like to be part of that, just let me know what your Facebook Messenger handle is. I'll go ahead and add you to it, and then you can ask questions there. But we're going to do a second live sometime later in the month so that if somebody has a question and Heather happens to have it, she can like kind of customize that live a little bit, showing things that people want to see. So, I mean, the link is going to be available for you to do whatever you want with for this live. And share. Friends, family. Anybody. Your mailman, your milkman. Exactly. Your cleaning lady. I actually did tell one of the clients that I walk a dog for. I let her know. I'm like, I'm having a Scentsy party. And everybody loves it. Like, you find somebody who knows about Scentsy and they're like, oh, I love Scentsy. Or it's either I love Scentsy or I have so much Scentsy.
you know, so, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
The thing is that people say, oh, I've got so much because they find scents that they like and they pick them up and then they put them in the warmer and then they don't change the wax. So, we're going to start with, I'm just going to show, so this is a collection. This is our Puddles and Petals wax collection. So when it comes in a collection, it usually comes in some form of box, and then everything that's inside comes in that collection. So this box has 4 waxes that come in it.
Okay.
And just the inside of the box says your rainy day just got brighter. And then in multiple different languages, so pretty much every country that Scentsy's in, it says the same thing, just in every different language. So I wanted to pull this up and just show. So this is Sarago Desert Rain. And all of these are going to be a white wax, just so it's clear, you know, because water's clear.
Yeah.
So when it melts, it'll look like water. Did you want to smell this one as I pull up the description?
Okay. I mean, it's a very pleasant scent. Not a scent I typically go towards, but it is nice.
So that one is Warm Amber Sun reappears over rain-soaked cactus greens and yucca flower.
Okay. So that's what the wax melt looks like as a whole, but then you can break them up into pieces. Now, how many pieces?
And they would go in there. Yep. So that's a good question. So most warmers will have in the dish, I don't know that Miguel does, but usually in the dish, it'll say like Scentsy across the bottom, and then there'll be a number. So it's like 2, 3, 4, or even 5. That tells you the max amount of cubes that you can put in the dish that it'll hold.
Okay.
So,
what about
on my iPad? Oh, okay. What about other?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll reach out to her and see if she's willing to.
Oh, okay. See, more the merrier.
Oh my what?
And then she's on my iPad
now. Okay.
So, if it says 5, you can do no more than 5, but you can do less than 5.
Okay.
All depending on how much you want the fragrance. If you need just a gentle, I would go with 2.
Okay.
If you really need to scent the room, I would go with the 5.
Okay. Now because I think I can't remember. Somebody was talking. I don't know if they were talking to you at a party or I don't know what the circumstance was, but anyway, like, okay, I started with 2 and then I already, melted it, whatever. Instead of like pouring it out, I added another one. No,
you don't want to do that.
Okay.
So, if you put 2 into the warmer, and once you become nose blind to it, which means you can't smell it anymore, you want to clean it out of the dish and start over. If you add a new piece of wax to the warmer, the old wax will absorb the scent and won't give off anything. So I'm going to show you how to clean your wax up in just a moment. I want to explain one thing with Scentsy bars, if we don't already know. So Scentsy bars have a top, mid, and bottom note. And so the fragrances that are within the bar, smells so nice. As it melts in the warmer, so usually you would put the bottom of the wax in. So it'll melt the bottom note first, and then it gets to the middle, and then it gets to the top. And once they all combine, then you get that different fragrance in the room. Okay. So if you smell the top, it may smell different than the bottom. So sometimes you're like, I don't know. And then you go, and you're like, oh, I like that. So don't always judge a book by its cover. Mm-hmm. Make sure you smell the back.
Yeah, well, I used to actually be a manager for 2 candle stores, and that was one thing. People would be like, they'd come in, they're like, I don't really like it, and then but they received it as a gift and they tried it, and they're like, oh my god! But once I burned it, it was amazing because the heat also does something to the oils and once it combines and everything, sure. And then vice versa. oh my God, I thought this was going to be amazing. I burned it and it's like, what? This isn't
Right.
what I thought. So, I mean, it can go both ways, but yeah, so that makes sense. I didn't realize there were the 3 different scents in the 3 different
levels.
notes.
Yep.
Okay.
So what we were talking about with hi Serena.
Hey Serena, welcome.
So
How
what
are
is
you?
happening? What is Scentsy? Good
Okay,
question.
there you go.
So
We may have to do that a couple of times as new people
and
come
that's
in.
fine. That's fine. So welcome, Serena. And so Scentsy is a wax worming business that it actually started as a wax worming business in 2004. So we just celebrated 20 years. And so it's expanded further than wax worming. So it's a safer version of candle burning. So you don't have an open flame, you don't have smoke, you don't have soot, and you don't have any kind of ash. And you certainly don't have to worry about burning your house down should you leave your warmer on. Safe for pets and small hands. If you have a bird, Scentsy is not for you. Just something in the fragrance is not safe for bird systems, but is safe for dogs and cats and other animals as far as we know. If you have questions, I can always reach out. I just know that birds is the one unsafe thing. So if you have any questions as we're going, please put them in the chat and we'll, as we go.
I'm curious about something just because you happen to mention it won't burn. You don't have to worry about it burning your house down. Is there an auto shut off? Is it safe for it to be like you mentioned that you have that one on day and night? It's safe for that because it doesn't get hot.
Right. So the for instance, so here's it comes apart. Now, if you were to grab this and it's been on, it's going to be hot.
Okay.
So you generally don't want to do that, but you could grab it and put it down and let go and be fine. Okay. I would not stand there and just hold it, because that's just silly.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, who knows? But there is not an auto shut off on warmers.
Okay. But it's safe to have it on. Like she
Correct.
has this particular one, not this one in her hands, but one at home that she has. That's the same one on 24/7, and there's not a problem. Okay, well that was
and it's safe on the tabletop, so the base actually doesn't get hot.
Okay,
so it's safe to sit on the table so that you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, awesome. And Serena, just so you know, the link, the shoppable link for the show is in the description box below, so you can click on it and you can check out the catalog or anything like that. If you have any questions about something that isn't shown today, you can always ask. If we're going to be doing a second live later in the month, if Heather happens to have it at home, she'll, show it at the second live so that,
to give you a better understanding.
Right. Because sometimes on a website, you can't really see what it's actually looking like, or,
it's always better to see some things in person versus a staged photo when it's going in a catalog. So Serena, this party is open all month long for Natalie. This will help her earn free and half price product.
Because I already want 2 things for sure.
Also open for if anybody books a party off of Natalie's party, I'll do something special. So more to tell with that. So we'll see some information with that. So we were talking about cleaning up wax. If you want to hand me one of those. So these are
2 different sizes.
Yep.
Or they, okay.
So these are cotton cleanups.
Look at
so
these
if you know
things.
Scentsy, this is a large that I'm holding, and Natalie has a small. So a large would go into a full-size warmer, and you just plop it in like that, and
obviously
it will absorb.
Okay.
Yes, when it's warm. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to clean out your wax while it's melted.
Okay.
So you just gently plop it in. Do not push it because it will, like a tidal wave, send the wax flying. But you just plop it in there, and it will literally absorb everything that's in your dish.
That's awesome.
That's
what I was talking about earlier. That was like, wow.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The small ones go in mini warmers, which we'll show here in a minute. But what's nice is that it has like a little tab gripper.
Okay, that's
so that
awesome.
you're not holding hot wax.
Okay.
Or I should say warm wax, because we don't promote hot wax. But what's really great is that if anybody was a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout here, and camping,
right,
these are great fire starters. So because you've got the wood and you've got cotton and then you've got the wax, all you got to do is just light a little piece of this and it'll start your fire. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Little Girl Scout hat. I learned something in Girl Scouts. No, I'm just kidding. I learned a lot in Girl Scouts. So that's a large one. It doesn't fit mini warmers, so I wouldn't suggest that. But cotton balls work the same. Everybody's like, I'll just use cotton balls. They're
See,
cheaper.
I never used to do that when I've had a wax one.
I've had people who are like, oh, I just pour it in the garbage. And
I wait until it's solidified and put it in the freezer and popped it out, which I know is not the right way, but that's what I used to do.
Some cheaper warmers, you might want to do that. But don't do that with Scentsy, because you'll crack the warmer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this is the easiest way. Or cotton balls. Yes, it's cheaper. However, you're going to get your fingers all like stuck up with it. So, you get 25 of the large ones for $10, or 25 of the small ones for $6. So it's a perk to have. And excuse me, I have like
no, you're talking about. I get it. They see me drink all the time.
I'm not sick. It's just like allergy.
Persistent. Well, I have a persistent little like cough because I had an upper respiratory infection a couple weeks ago. Lost my voice again. And
I'm actually surprised I have most of my voice back.
Cough, and it's so irritating because people are like looking at me like you're sick. I'm like, I'm not sick. Fine. I just have a little whatever.
So to kind of save on time, we won't go through all 4 of those, but
you can look it up online and
it's the puddles and petals. I always get tripped up on that. And because I go by your magical Scentsy consultant, because as you might have seen, I'm a huge Disney fan. So I love to share pixie dust in my group. And if you're not familiar with Disney, pixie dust is just doing something nice for others. But speaking of Disney, another one of the collections that I just wanted to show was the Disney Main Street Treats collection, signature treats.
Oh wow.
And so if you've been to Disney and you walk down Main Street of Magic Kingdom, there's all the stores. And so these scents are Candy Apple Delight, Disney Mickey Mouse Cinnamon Bun Bash, Fruit and Hazelnut Waffle Delight, Churro So Sweet, and Glazed Almond Dreams. So you get some waffles and Cinnabuns and candy apples, and it's just absolutely amazing. So
now, can you get these individually, or is it just
this is just in the set, and this set is no longer available. So if somebody's interested, I do have a couple. I will let you know of things that I show tonight that are no longer available, so that if you're interested, you can contact me and we can chat and get you something, and then we'll make it work for Natalie's party. So Disney Main Street Treats are no longer available, but I do have some on hand. And then we showed Cocoa already. A Cocoa warmer. Cocoa is no longer available, but I do have some. So if anybody was interested,
I am.
Speaking of
allergies. Oh, okay.
Easy wax. Give comfort.
Okay, give comfort. I was wondering if you were going to ask if you do have allergies and stuff. Is this like, is it going to bother them? But then she has a valid point. Do you have anything that can maybe comfort you?
So that's kind of a tricky question because everybody could be different.
Okay.
So lavender might calm somebody, whereas amber might be calming. There's different scents that are relaxing. So it would just be kind of a personal preference of what helps you. If you have an allergy to just fragrance in general, then Scentsy probably is not going to be the best because everything is scented. I have plenty of people who pass me at shows and they're just like, I would love to smell it, but I can't. My allergies. And I actually had one lady tell me that she'd break out in hives. And I was like, don't want that. So thanks for saying hi, but keep on going because I certainly don't want anybody doing something harmful, to put them in a situation where they're uncomfortable. But if you have, I actually just learned this in our end of the month call yesterday, that if say you have like a nut allergy, if you have the Disney collection that it has the toasted almonds or whatever that was, you will not have allergic reaction to that.
Okay.
Because the protein that's in nuts is not present in the fragrance. So what you have a reaction to will not happen.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of a fun fact. If you're sitting there going, well, you're dumb. I mean, I wouldn't have thought. I don't have an allergy to food.
Right.
So I don't clearly. What were you saying? Fluffy
physique.
Fluffy physique. So I don't have to worry about that. Right. But in case somebody is worried, you don't have to be.
Okay.
Which is nice.
That's good to know, actually, because I mean, that can be serious.
It can be, and we certainly don't want that on.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want that on our heads. So. What would you like to mini warmer? Okay.
Just so we can show that.
So I'm going to show an element type of mini warmer. So element means there is no light that is emitted from the warmer. So it's more of an element plate inside the warmer that actually warms the wax. So this one's generally like, I don't want to say geared towards guys, but it's kind of
masculine.
It's masculine, but it's plain. It's not over dramatic. It's not overly colorful. This is the mint, and it's just an element warmer. So it's black inside. So the wax just goes in here. And then there's a little light bulb on the back that would signify that it's on so that you know.
Well, the other thing that this is good for is if, let's say, somebody wants to have lavender, for instance, to relax them at night, but they can't handle any kind of a light. Mm-hmm. They can have it on and not have that light bothering them. So that's actually, a good thing to know and have.
Yes. Very good point. Some people don't like light when they're sleeping. Mm-hmm. I can fall asleep anywhere. So
can I. I can fall asleep standing up, and I've done it before.
I've probably almost
at a heavy metal concert in front of the speaker.
Okay, I think you would.
Yeah, my dad did that with my mom when they were younger, but I actually have done that twice now.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, because I've been like so tired, and I'll just be like,
oh my goodness.
What? And then something will happen, and then I'll be like, okay. Yeah.
So I have fallen asleep at a red light. So my car has like the brake holding assist, and so that's on. So if my foot lets off the brake, I'm not going anywhere. But I work a 10-hour a day job, and it's very early hours or can be very late hours.
Middle of the night type of early hours. I mean, wow.
I get up at 2:30 for a 4 a.m. shift.
I
work until 2. But then there's people who work 1:30 in the evening and work until like 11 midnight kind of thing. So, and I'm 26 miles from the job, and it's a long ride. And when you're sitting by yourself, and if it's in the winter and you got the butt warmers on, and you're just like, and you're like, oh my god. But I promise it doesn't happen all the time. You're like, wow, this chick's crazy. It sometimes happens. I'm mother of 2 and running around. It's crazy. So, you want to pick one of those guys? So both of these emit light. So I just want to show like
so cute.
the Disney line. So it's Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. So he actually gives off light out the back.
Okay.
So nothing comes out the front, but this would be, mini warmers are great for bathrooms, or kitchens, like under the cabinets.
Not a Scentsy, but I have I have a feeling something's changing.
Something's changing.
Even though I have 1,000 of them because I used to work there. So,
no worries. It's fine. We'll talk after. No, I'm just kidding. So what's great about this is that the plug, you can there's a button on the base and you can turn it so that it matches your outlet. So you can... So you don't have to worry about it not being the right way or going in a specific outlet.
Because that would limit people like not being able to get it because of that.
Is this a 3-prong one?
No, it's not.
Okay. No worries.
Let me see if the other one was, because I can switch it out really quick.
What's really nice while she's looking at that is
okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just is it something else plugged in there? Oh, this thing was, but I'll change it again.
Yeah.
Okay, my arm's gonna fall. That's okay. I'll do it for this. It is worth it.
I think you're doing good.
Okay.
You do all right.
All right. So this is a 3-prong plug. Plug her in there. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It all fell. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
And then I'll just switch it back when we need to do. Unless this still turns on without being. It does.
We might get some use out of it. All right. Let's get that on there.
That's a tight one.
Okay. So as you can see, you wouldn't know that he's on except for when you turn it around. And so...
But it's still an effective night light because it's actually going to be against the wall, which would emit,
So you can...
you see the light.
Back of my hand, or...
Okay.
Usually we use...
It's on your face, too.
Use a shirt. There we go. So it's not a lot of light, but it's enough to, make a dark room not so dark, not so scary. So with the mini warmers, so you have this small wax there, and see how it fits just perfectly in there. And so it would absorb. So with mini warmers, you don't want to go over 2. Okay. Some are a little bit deeper where you could probably go 3. It doesn't tell you, like I was mentioning before, but you just kind of have to use your judgment. If it seems kind of shallow, you want to do 2. If it seems a little bit deeper, you could go 3.
Well, I mean, and in the bathroom, they're typically smaller. I mean, yes, there are giant bathrooms, but typically it's a smaller room than, let's say, a living room or a, whatever. So 2, I would think.
And it gives off enough.
Yeah.
Warming wax. So if you have it on for, they say about 4 to 8 hours, and then turn it off, your wax will last 60 to 120 hours. That you'll continue to smell it.
Okay.
If you have it on all the time, you are probably going to go nose blind to it within a week.
Okay.
And so you want to change out your wax and put something new. That being said, you don't want to use the same scent twice.
Right.
Because you won't smell it. So if you put a scent in, clean it out, put something new, a completely different scent in, clean it out, and then you can go back to your favorite if you wanted to go back.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Like I mentioned, I used to work for a couple of candle companies, and people would come in and they're like, I've been burning this, I don't smell it anymore. And it's like, well, or in the car. They have a scent in the car and they're like, I've had it for about a week, maybe 2, and I don't smell it anymore. And it's like, because you go nose blind to it. And I mean, that's even why a lot of department stores and stuff will have coffee beans too, because you'll smell, granted, you're not going to get nose blind, but your senses are overstimulated. So you smell some coffee and it cleans the the palate, your scent palate or whatever.
The nasal passage.
Yeah, exactly.
Clears it out.
And then you could smell something else and it's like, oh, wow. This actually smells good.
Right.
Or not, whatever way it goes. But anyway,
I
love that.
So Mike is the only one I have, and he's no longer available. So she's like, you might not be leaving with that today.
Yeah. She never showed this. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
You want to hand that other one there?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are what,
So
interchangeable?
they can be interchangeable. Yep.
Okay.
So,
Because she like just took it off of them and then. So they
just
both
kinda
have an
twist on.
on-off switch. They have on. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's another thing. They have an on-off switch. So.
And so this one's gonna be the same. So this is lavender.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Lavender stalks. So you can't really tell on this guy, but same setup, the on and off switch, the plug, and then the lights in the back. But because this is white, it will give off a little bit more light.
Okay, it glows.
So it glows.
Okay.
That's a good word for it. Let's see.
Oh, come on, computer, work with us. I mean, you could see it.
Yeah. But it's
but that's pretty.
It is like a purple paint. And all of Scentsy's warmers are hand painted.
Oh wow.
So usually you won't have exact same warmers. So you may see little flaws. Like I noticed, I gotta go opposite.
I know.
Like right here, where I tend to notice those things, you know, like in movies or TV shows, and you catch where they've like cut and come back. Yeah. And I'm like, who edited this? Because
it's like, I know.
You know, and so my husband is like, can you stop? And I'm like, I should be paid to do this. Because exactly. It just, does anybody else feel like that? Or am I by myself?
No, I am too. I get it.
Oh, thank you. She shared the party link in the messenger.
Oh, cool.
Group.
Thank you so
thank
much.
You. So,
and this is also like a crackle glass.
It is
like
crackle. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah, let's. Can you? Let's see.
Yeah. See, there you like right there. Yeah.
Okay. So it's like a crack. That's pretty.
But it's not actually cracked.
Right. She didn't drop it, and now you know. And if you're interested in something that she's showing when you place an order, you're not getting the one that's in her hand. You're ordering it online and getting it from the company. Whether
brand new.
You live near one of us or where we're willing to travel, we would be hand delivering it to you, but it's from the company. Or if you live, we have to go over the shipping too, but if you live beyond where we are able to or willing to go,
it's more like able to go.
Yeah, more like
not
able.
So willing. I mean, I'm
willing. Yeah, exactly.
I can write off mileage on taxes, but you know,
yeah,
it would take me a while to get to like California or Tennessee. I think you have somebody from Tennessee in the group, so you know, would love to come and I would love to write off the mileage on taxes, but
that's a little
I don't think
hard.
I'm making it
there.
So
as wherever, if you're beyond where we're able to go. Then you would be placing the order online and it would be shipped to you, but it's not what she's showing you in her hands.
Get a brand new item. And then one other thing that I wanted to show with mini warmers that kind of makes it convenient, because sometimes you find a pattern that you really, really like and you're like, but I don't want it in the wall, like right in the wall. Scentsy makes tabletop bases. So you would put your bulb in the base, and then there's different ones for glass, and of course I grabbed the probably the metal one, but it would sit on the base, and then
that's super cool.
So that I don't drop it. You have a long, normal plug-in cord with the switch dial here. And so it would just sit on your tabletop then and become like a regular warmer to accent a table or a credenza or, an entryway.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, lots of different things. And you got to be careful because there are different bases for there's glass warmers, there's metal ceramic warmers. So you got to make sure if you were to do that you get the right base for the right warmer.
Got it. So, I mean, I guess if somebody went online and placed an order and then you noticed that it's not the right base, let's say,
I would not be able to change that.
Oh,
no. So please ask questions before you hit submit, because once you hit it, you're going to get the item and then we can do like a return or adjustment, but that takes time.
Yeah.
Okay. it would just be easier. I would rather you blow up my phone or, messages with questions before you actually say go. Just so that we can make sure that everything is correct. And not have those kinds of issues.
And for whatever reason, and I don't even know that it would be a reason, but if for whatever reason you're intimidated to reach out to her directly or whatever, don't be. She's awesome. But you could ask me and then I can ask her and I'll get back to you. So that's not a thing. We'll get you the answer whatever way it ends up being.
Remember, I don't back down.
Oh, sorry. I put my boa over there because I wasn't sure which way we were going to be sitting. There you go. See, that works. And it falls all the time. And I was like, okay, I don't want it falling on her all the time if she's sitting here. So she's like, you don't have to rearrange the room for me. And I'm like, well, you don't know what it looks like. I may have to. But no, it's all good. That was fun. That was the boa that Rose and I, when we met up at Joanne, she got the purple one and I got the pink one. Ooh, okay.
I have a weird ad for an investor app, but when I hit the X to come back to you,
it goes somewhere else.
Go back.
What?
That's weird.
Have you had more than one ad? Miley, stop. Have you had? She's saying hi to her peeps. Have you had more than one ad that it happened like each time, or?
And does the ad block your?
That's weird.
Does the ad block the video? That can you just like move it off to the side and ignore it?
That's kind of
I don't know.
Frustrating. I can turn the ads off if it makes it easier. 3 to 4 so far of the same one. You got the same ad 3 to 4 times. That's weird. Huh.
I watch YouTube, but I'm a newbie to being live here, so I don't know how that kind of all works.
So maybe I should just turn ads off because I don't know if that's happening to everybody.
Yeah.
And let's see. Well, I don't know that I want to turn it off entirely, but choose how mid rolls. Let's see what that says. Schedule mid rolls at a set frequency. Okay, I could do it manually later, and that should turn it off. Okay. If it doesn't turn ads off, if it doesn't turn ads off, if you get any more, well, that could also be YouTube pushing the ads on, even though.
Hopefully not.
If you get any more ads, I will then just turn monetization
You're the only
off.
one who said anything.
Yeah, I know. I'm probably the only one complaining. Mom, are you? Well, she's maybe not watching. Leanne, are you still here? Have you gotten ads? Has anybody gotten ads? And having an issue with getting out of the ad and not being back here and having to go out and come back in. That would be irritating. I've never had that happen. I mean, I've been part of lives. I love YouTube, but
social
YouTube can
media
be frustrating sometimes, especially because they've been making so many updates to everything, and it's like, I know you do beta testing and stuff, but
2 ads
that I hit skip on. And when you hit skip, were you back in the live? Yes, 2 lots, but I skipped them easy enough. And you were here after you skipped them.
So Becky, do you have a skip option instead of the X? I wonder.
Oh, you know what I'm wondering, but when I hit the X to come back to you. Okay, so it may be that the ad was playing and you accidentally hit the ad and it took you to the actual like whatever their thing.
Instead of Xing out the ad, you opened the ad.
Yeah, instead of Xing out or skipping it, this is my first time with this problem. Yeah, I know you've never mentioned that before. Huh.
Well, hopefully it adjusts.
Yeah.
And if you get the option to skip, just skip it.
And
sometimes you got to wait a few seconds into the ad, and then a little box will come up on the right side that says skip. I have to do that on Facebook all the time. So there's one more warmer to show, and this is an element warmer. So like we were talking, where no light is admitted. I watch
all ads, but not in lives. Not in lives, but when you do the replay,
it doesn't say anything.
That is weird, Becky. Hopefully it
fixes.
Yeah.
So we showed the kind of the men version
Uh-huh.
of an element warmer where there's no light. And then this could be unisex. It's not just geared towards women, but this is another element light. So there's no light, or element warmer. There's no light that comes out from this one. So this is a coffee mug. It says life begins after coffee, and it's rustic. It's got like worn here. It's supposed to be that way. So that's not, and it's all the way like, see on the handle, and then they've even got it on the back side. So this one has the light bulb to show that it's on, so that you know, but obviously if your wax is liquid, it's on. But this is really great. A lot of people love it. They put it in their kitchen because I'm not a coffee drinker.
Yeah, me neither.
I've never gotten onto coffee. I find it bitter and but for all my coffee loving individuals, this is always fun. This warmer is still available. So you can get this anytime.
Okay, cool.
What
is the lavender still available?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
What?
Let's double check that.
Whoa, this is, what is this?
That is,
wow. Oh, is that from this thing?
Nope.
No. What? Oh, that's cool. It has insignias on the back, so you know what it is. Is that what that's for?
Okay, so my give me one second.
No problem. Oh yeah, and where is the, okay, I know because I'm reading it, but where is the home base when you're done looking?
So this lavender warmer is no longer available, but I do have a couple. So if you're a lavender fan, I do have some at home.
Okay.
So Scentsy is based out of Meridian, Idaho.
What did she say? I don't speak until I have coffee.
I don't. Well, I've heard a lot of people like that, where they're like, I don't function until I have my coffee, or don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I get it. My husband is like that. Sometimes it depends. If we've got to like get up and move, I'm like, you come on, you can have coffee on the way. And he's like, but if it's just like a, lazy day or whatever, and I'm like, come on, get up. And he's like, I hate you.
That's funny.
So, okay. So lavender,
made in Idaho. So that's cool. It's made in
Meridian, Idaho. Yep. And, just kind of a fun fact, Scentsy started out of a, cargo container. There was one dropped on the farm that they were living on, and they used it as their office. And started, it was and it's all on my website if you really wanted to dig into
that's kind of cool.
Our co-founders of Heidi and Orville Thompson. Great people. Very down to earth. But yeah, they started with like their last $100 in Scentsy. They bought Scentsy from a group of young ladies who were at a vendor show. They really didn't know what they were doing. They just kind of were winging it. And Orville is a very sensible businessman, and he, had his ups and downs like the rest of us. And with their last couple $100, whatever, they bought it, and 20 years later, they're up there with the rest of the heavy hitters. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, Scentsy's amazing. So see, I told you, amazing was going to be my word. So what you're looking at is a Scentsy brick.
Wow.
So
that's
a brick is a pound of wax. I'll show you the difference here. So this is your standard everyday wax, and then this is your brick. So your cubes are much bigger.
Wow.
Versus
I hope
here.
That too.
So one of these is 5 of these, the equivalent of 5 of these. If you do a brick, a lot of brick scents are usually specialties or not everyday scents that you can get. So if you do a brick, you would only do one, like in a full-size warmer. You would break one off and put it in the warmer, and that would equal your like 3 to 4.
Got it. Okay.
If you want to do it a mini warmer, I would suggest cutting it in half and using half of a cube in a mini warmer with a brick.
Now I saw on the back there's like little pictures. Is that
so? Those
something?
are all the different fragrance families within Scentsy. So what she's talking about.
Can you see that? It's like a strawberry on there and a flower and
kind of get like a.
Yeah, I mean you can
see the cupcake. So that's the bakery. There's a wave for fresh.
So that's not saying that particular.
Nope. This is the woodsy scent. That's your recycled scent. I'm just kidding. It's your recycled symbol. You can recycle this, but you've got your citrus, your fruity, your spice. This looks like cinnamon. And then your floral family. The stars are just extra. So it's all the different families of fragrance.
Okay.
Talking about the clamshells, one kind of fun tip, we use the Girl Scout campfire tip, but you can always reuse your clamshells after you've used all your wax for quarters. One clamshell will hold $20 worth of quarters. So if you go to the laundromat or sending your kid off to school, reuse a clamshell. Holds $20 of quarters. It closes. Send them off.
Wow.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Is this the one we smelled before?
No, that's the Quaint Country Rain.
Okay, I see what you say about
difference.
Yeah. Whoa. Go. Support for. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll check out the rest tonight. Love you, Natalie. Bye, Larissa and Becky. Bye, Mr. B and Miley Girl. What about Heather? You didn't say bye to Heather. She's going to be sad and crying over here. No, I totally get it. I know you moderate. So thank you so much, Leanne.
Thanks for joining us.
And for sharing the link. I appreciate that.
Yes. Yep. Catch us on the replay.
Yeah, she watches all my replays.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, Leanne.
Have a great
Love
day.
you too, my friend. Okay,
so
that's
yeah,
actually
fun
really
fact.
That is awesome. I wonder how many.
I don't even know.
Huh.
Maybe.
That's interesting. So
maybe like $50.
So if you find one of these laying around with quarters, you know you got some money in there. Oh, this is a light scent. Luna
is a fan favorite. That one is in every catalog. It never goes away.
Like it's light and I don't know. It's not
soft.
It's not floral, is it? See, floral scents always give me a headache. Not a flower, an actual flower that is alive, but remade or manufactured flower scents tend to give me a headache.
So that's white florals, jasmine, sweet pea, and freesia, juicy berries, and sandalwood shimmer like moonlight.
Oh wow, that's so interesting. I'm not a huge fan of sandalwood. It's not bad, but wow.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes
people,
I've had people who are like, I'm not a fan of this, and then they smell it and they're like, oh, that's not bad.
It's really nice.
So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So we didn't really talk about prices either on stuff. I mean, I know they could see it on the whatchamacallit.
And things range. So one regular size bar wax usually is $6. Okay. If it's a licensed wax, which means Disney, Harry Potter, anything like that, it's going to be $7.
Okay.
Just because we have to pay the rights.
Got it.
To it.
I like
the good Gardenia and clean linen.
Okay.
Oh, clean linen. I said clean line. Yes. So there's a lot of that. Clothesline. There's Clean Breeze and then Clothesline.
Okay.
For that, and then the gardenia. That's the Epcot Flower and Garden Expo. That's at Epcot right now. Scentsy is the Walt Disney World fragrance sponsor.
Oh wow!
So there is a whole setup in Epcot that has like the Scentsy flowers, and it actually blows the scent out at you.
Wow.
And then at Magic Kingdom is the Smell-a-Fints on Parade, and that is sponsored by Scentsy. And it's different elephant statues that are blowing out Scentsy scent.
Wow, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the same color.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I saw something pop up.
So that's that. On a smaller side, for your car, we have scent circles. This is the cheapest thing in our catalog. But these are great. I love picking these up because it's a burst of freshness in your car. Not that my car smells, but it's going to start with 2 boys and a dog, and it's going to get crazy. It's going to get cray-cray. But this one, Blooming Marvelous, is absolutely amazing. I love this scent. I find it to be my zen scent.
Okay.
So when my 3-year-old is having a temper tantrum, I'll like open the wax and smell it and just be like, okay, what were we talking about? And he'll like go off and talk, and I'm like, okay, fine. But Blooming Marvelous, absolutely love it. And if anybody wants a sample of like what I'm talking about of any of these that you want to try, let me know, and we can send out a sample so that you can try it.
That's very cool.
What do you want? Do you want to show? Want to show this?
Yeah.
Okay. So if wax is just not your jam, no problem.
Yeah, I get it.
We've expanded to fragrance flowers. So fragrance flowers are a wood paper-based flower that has a rope attached to it, and then you get a canister of oil. This one in particular is part of the Puddles and Petals. Is that right this time? Watch, I won't do it again. Collection. So this is one of the rain scents. So the the oil, is actually blue. So you can see that.
That's super cool.
So what's really neat about that is that when you put the flower into the oil goes up the rope and actually dyes the petals blue. So as they're absorbing, it will become a blue flower. So you see white here, cream.
So this is kind of like the but kind of like a reed diffuser, but not.
Almost. Same concept.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So as you walk past it, you pass by, it'll carry the scent in the breeze of walking by. I have these in the basement. And my husband's like, actually, that smells pretty good. So,
is that the only
guys
scent?
are friendly? No, there's probably 80 different flowers.
Oh my
So there's
gosh.
different types of flower. So this one, I don't know, is the small box right next to you?
This small box?
No, they're even smaller. They might.
There are 2 here.
Yes.
Oh, there.
So, yep. So
Dahlia?
this is the Dahlia Darling flower.
That's beautiful.
And then there's a Buttercup Bell. Looks more like a rose. And then there is Dainty Daisy. So that's a daisy. And so what's really nice is you just twist off the cap, and then it give you more like a more decorative cap to go onto your oil. And then you would put the flower in through there, and over, I would say 3 days or so, you'll have a blue flower by that point.
So is blue the only color, or
no? There's other color.
Okay.
There's other color ones. So today, we actually just released our summer line, and so there's the Mediterranean inspired summer scents that just released.
Oh wow!
And they released all 5 fragrances in flowers. So there's a pink one, a yellow one, a blue one, a green one.
We're testing her knowledge.
No, I can't think of it. I don't want to say orange.
Wow. Okay, that's super cool.
It is orange. Go figure. So
this is
pinkish
wood?
red. Yep. So.
Oh wow, that's super cool.
I'm gonna open this up and we'll show you.
It almost feels like okay, now I get it.
So
that is so amazing.
all of them, the summer fragrances come in the Dainty Daisy.
Okay.
So I'll open this up, and so you can see. Give it a second to. Oh, that's actually not too bad.
No, that's not.
So this is like the red, pink, more like coral one.
Okay.
So everything starts out this way, and then will turn
Ends up that
to
way.
the pink.
Wow, that's awesome.
So actually, this gives you.
Okay. Okay. So I mean, I know it's blown out, but the left. Well, I guess you're right. Maybe this. Where's my
So it
finger?
starts. There we go.
There we go. Okay. And it doesn't discolor the oil. Like the oil, does it become lighter in color? Like this is a deep blue. So as it's dyeing the flower, does this get lighter?
No, it stays the same.
Wow. Okay.
The one thing with fragrance flowers though is that once all your oil is absorbed, you can't just get a new jar of oil. You have to get a whole new flower. So it's kind of, I hate to say the downside of them. But it is on the other side of the line. So once it's through, but these flowers can last you can smell them up to 6 months.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because it stays wet. The one thing I will throw caution to the wind with these is a lot of people put them in like bathrooms because of smaller space. Just don't put it up against a painted wall because the color will transfer to the wall.
Okay.
So you, with anything in oil is not a friend of yours or of any material. So if you tap the wall, I've actually had somebody who's like kind of colored my wall.
Okay.
Thankfully they weren't mad at me, but just kind of.
I actually understand. I mean, it's not. It is essentially an oil, I guess. It would have been the oil, but somewhere that I used to work, there was a fragrance spray, like a body fragrance spray.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, like even me, I'll spray it on no matter what I'm wearing. But there was one, they had multiple scents that had red, that the color was red. None of them used to discolor anything. And then somehow something changed in this one particular scent. People were so upset. They sprayed their white clothes, whatever, and it would end up being, it was.
There was a dye problem with that one.
It was that was a big deal, and I was
good.
like, that's not good.
That's a whoops.
A big whoops.
Whoopsies.
Okay, so I mean, I guess this is cool.
Next, all right. So this is one of our bigger ticketed items, but it does so much. So if wax isn't your jam, oil isn't your jam, fan pods is going to be your thing. So this is the larger side of a fan. This is the, they just recently changed the names because they had so many fans. I just want to make sure that I give the right,
Wow, they have so many things.
So this is the Scentsy Air Quad. And they call it quad because you can never actually pull that off. You can put 4 Scentsy twin pack pods in here. You can mix and match your scents. You could do like a coffee and a vanilla to have vanilla coffee. Mm-hmm. You could do like Tres Leche vanilla and coffee to have your caramel vanilla coffee. I don't know what people go in there.
The options are endless.
My husband would probably be like, if there's a Jameson scent and a coffee, I'm all for it. But so this fan can actually scent up to 1,000 square feet when on. So it's very powerful and very discreet. So you can either get it in the linen shade, So it's just your standard linen color, or you can get it in black.
Oh.
So, and what's really cool is, so you've got your power and then you've got your speed. So there's 2, 4, and 8, or, it doesn't really, I think we lost the actual go-go.
Oh, you know why? Because, let's plug it into this one. What is it? There we go.
So I don't know if you can hear it. So it's on the highest power, so that's why it's a little bit louder.
So this could also be like
a nightlight,
a sound,
yeah,
white noise.
White noise. Mm-hmm. So this is on the highest power. So we'll just turn it down. I turned it off. So we'll put it on the lowest one. And then there's your timer button, so you can have it for 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. Okay. So this is the only thing that Scentsy has that you can actually put on a timer.
Got it.
So you want it to turn off. And then the really cool feature.
Cool.
This is the candlelight feature.
Yeah, you can see it kind of like flickering.
It's flickering.
So it's like the flame, like
flickering flame.
Yeah.
But I've got blue. I've got pink. It's kind of like magenta.
Yeah.
Red.
You know what? Let me turn the light off and see what happens. Well, it's not dark outside, so. It is not wanting to.
It's not wanting to pick it up.
No. Okay. Well, there you go.
Just being silly.
So you can scare your kids with it too.
And then it's like an orange, yellow. It's kind of more of like a fluorescent yellow.
Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's. I wonder. That's so pretty, isn't it? It's amazing.
This is green, and then like a teal. Actually, it lights up on my pale skin, so there you go. And then just back to your white. And then, then we go back to blue.
Ooh, a deeper blue.
I love
blue. That one.
Purple color, Scentsy color. Purple. And that's like a light, that's almost like an ombre. So it's like a pinkish purple. And then off. So you don't even have to have light going if you don't want to.
Okay.
So this is a new item to Scentsy. But it's very cool. It plugs in on the bottom, and then your fan. So you obviously want to leave it ventilated.
Okay.
But it's your standard cord to plug in.
Now it's really a USB cord. So is there a brick that comes with it, or is it just not. Okay? So no. You just need to have a.
Everybody usually has a brick. And if not, you can always find.
Oh yeah, totally.
You can find them.
Okay.
But what the feature that I love the most is the I call it like the doily effect.
Okay.
But it's like a floral pattern. It's really pretty. And it's simple and elegant. But then serves so many purposes. So you can put up to 4 pods in there. You don't have to put 4 if you don't want to. Now you might be going, well, Heather, what the heck is a pod? So these are pods. So this is actually the scent of the month for next month. It's very lemony and creamy.
Ooh. And this is lemon and sage.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily pick up the sage that much.
Lemon, sugar, and sage.
Lemon, sugar, and sage.
So,
I pick up more lemon.
You can see it's kind of like a basket.
Because it's hard. It's a basket. Got it.
So it's hard plastic. And then there's scented beads inside there. So no mess, no fuss.
I like that.
Yeah. So those are great.
Cool.
Those go in all of the fans that we have. So we've got car fans, we've got kids fans, we've got bathroom fans, and then you've got your
mega fan.
So
is
then
this a kid fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just to show the princesses here, I've got I'm going the wrong way. Mulan, and you've got Tiana, and you've got Rapunzel. So there's also one with, I have to check to see if anybody is Disney fan. We had one that has Ariel, Belle, and
oh, that's cool. Snow White.
I think it's Snow White.
Now the Mega Fan is available. Is this available?
That's what I'm checking.
That's what you're checking.
I'm checking right now because
you just said that, so
I don't want to, because they pop up all the time. And then I can never remember if they're available or not. So the Disney ones are not. So I have some.
That's sad.
It is, but they'll come out with more. It's they go through the waves. But what's really nice is so there's the on off button right there, and it gives off a soft white glow. So it's not super bright. But say Mulan is not your cup of tea, you can just turn, and you've got cool. Tiana, or you can turn and have Rapunzel. So you're not just limited to be like, oh, well, my favorite princess is on there, but I can't see her. Super easy. And so then the pods go inside there.
Okay.
So you can put 1 or 2 max. So it just sits right in there. And then you put your cover on, put it in, hit on, and it comes out the top. So it'll blow out, gives off the scent. But if you have maybe a young boy that just doesn't shower, or I don't know, I will be there in a couple of years, I'm sure. It holds up to 2,
or simply they're in sports and they just stick,
you got that.
Yep.
So it'll hold up to 2. You can't put any more than that because, as you can see, it's right at the top there. Mm-hmm. But that's going to give you max scent.
How long do those last?
So it depends on how long they're running. Mm-hmm. But these usually go 80 to 120 hours.
Okay.
Just all kind of depends on your usage. So like anything, the more you use it, the less it lasts. A charged battery, if you don't use it, it stays charged for a long time. If you're using it all the time, you're going to kill it.
Right.
So, so that is a fan. What do you?
Oh wait, there's stuff on the floor.
Okay, there's everything. I'll show this real quick. So this is a stand. So if you're like, I don't want it directly on my counter, this is one that I have. So it's just the round standard. There's also one that looks like a tree trunk, like a piece of wood base. Let me see if I can pull
everything.
Those up. So it's a birch wood warmer stand. So I'm going to show you. I don't actually have any of these on me.
Slowly getting there. There we go. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
So, yeah. So it looks like it's sitting on a piece of wood. Super cute.
The scent is what? Is that, were you laughing at me?
Yeah. Because you're like,
well, because the scent is like, what?
And it's I love it. We'll talk about those in a second. Everyone's like, what are you looking at? And then this is one of the other stands. It's a tin warmer stand. So if the retro barn, we're getting there.
It'll happen. Why is my computer taking so long? Normally it's so much faster.
We're getting there.
It's getting there. Come on, computer. Well, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
No, not really. Go online, you'll find it.
It's like if I go over here, you can kind of.
That's what was happening earlier. It was like, I don't understand. There we
So it's got like the tin.
let me see.
So it's like a tin plate, and then has kind of like a rustic metal around
Edge.
the outside. So those are stands. So if you don't want it directly on your tabletop, you just get a stand and put it up, and nice decor.
Okay, cool. Before we go, do we want to talk anything about? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, like what a host gets, like with so many sales, or anything like that, like how it works, or
we could. So
or whenever you normally do it, you tell me. I don't know.
So generally,
I've never done.
We don't really talk about like how much somebody has to spend, because we don't want people to feel obligated to spend money. So
or what the perks are for a host, let's say,
so
just in case somebody wants to.
Yeah, absolutely. So the
that is so fun.
Fun.
Sorry guys, there's a bunch of stuff in front of me and I want to see it all, except there's something in particular I'm really interested in.
So one thing I couldn't bring with me, but I have in my house, Scentsy also has room purifiers, air purifiers.
Really?
Those are a hefty price tag. It is an investment, but if you host a party, you can get it for free or half price, depending on your perks. If people are spending, you could get it for free. So it is a $250 purifier. But I did get mine I have one in each of my boys' rooms to make sure that, because they were born under respiratory distress. So their lungs didn't quite mature. So they were not, I hate to call them premature, because it was just a couple weeks, but they were born early. And so fun fact, if you didn't know, boys' lungs are the last thing to mature on them. So if they're born early, they usually will have not necessarily breathing problems, but respiratory things until their lungs get stronger and healthier. And
got it. Okay.
So I put purifiers in the room because we have a dog, we have 2 cats, and just everyday life, dust, dander, whatever. So it's constantly cleaning. And then I have one in our bedroom. And in the top of it, you can put 2 pods, like we showed. So you put 2 of these, and it blows it into the room. It's amazing. You can put that on a timer. It's white noise to me, so it's on all the time. And it might drown out snoring too. I'll show you a picture because that's why it came to mind. Because I'm trying.
Computer, please work. Please work. Please.
I wonder if my
brightness. I was just thinking that.
There we go.
Okay, there you go. That was much faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a purifier. Really cool. It's not
even that big.
It stands. Yeah, I mean, I would probably say that it stands.
Well, I meant like versus like a floor.
Oh yes, no, it's like it's on our nightstand above our heads. Let's go to host. So it pays to host. Cool. So $250 to $399.99 in sales. You will get $25 to $40 in free product and 1 half-priced item.
Okay.
$400 to $599.99 will get you $40 to $59.99 in free product and 2 half-priced items.
Okay.
And then so on and so forth.
Okay.
$600 to $999 is $90 to $149 in free product and 3 half price.
Okay.
And then over $1,000, you get $150 plus dollars in free product and 4 half-priced items.
Okay.
So
I mean, it can be beneficial, and
absolutely. And
you know,
especially
it's a
those
way
higher
to get
ticket items.
Yeah, and it's a way if you can't afford to get something, but you really want something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can host a party, and you can do it online. I mean, which clearly, if you live in, you know, Georgia, she can still do the party.
You can still do the party.
It's an online thing.
Absolutely.
So you know, there's nothing stopping you from potentially getting something, you know,
for free.
Or
half price. I mean, who doesn't like half price?
Totally. Oh my God. I've had years ago, and it wasn't an online one. I had a Pampered Chef show, and it just happened to be really successful.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a cooking blender that like is a couple $100. I got that for free. I got so many things. It was like, whoa, okay.
That Scentsy likes to spoil.
Yeah.
So just to kind of show some other things real quick.
Yeah.
So if you like to take care of yourself, body line, we've got a few things. So Scentsy has Scentsy soak. So it's like a form of Epsom salt. You just pour the amount of desired into the tub, or in like a foot bath, you know, a small foot bath. You could do that too. And it gives off the fragrance. So it's a 2-pound bag, and there's lots of different scents. So if a certain scent is available, I have a couple at home. So if you're interested, we've got that.
Is that that's a current product?
It is a current product, but the scent might not be.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So then we've got body wash. So Scentsy has their own body wash. This is glacier water. I absolutely love it. So we've got that.
They have so much. It's crazy.
A body cream. So this is a really tall bottle. This is an 8-ounce cream, and this is swirling snowflakes. So this is from our winter collection. But this is sparkling peppermint, fresh air, and eucalyptus flower. So I know some people don't like eucalyptus. So obviously read the details.
That could have been the scent that was mentioned for
eucalyptus.
That wasn't.
Oh.
But I don't know. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, that
don't.
That I don't.
And she knows her stuff. But,
so.
Yeah, eucalyptus is a kind of like a love-hate. I've noticed.
There's
you know,
you either
love it or hate it.
Mm-hmm.
I like a eucalyptus sprig. I think it's kind of cool. It's beautiful and
but can be intense.
It can be intense. This is what I got excited about.
Last summer, and it always seems to be so far. They've just released it in our summer, so it's like a summery item. But Scentsy body wipes. So these are not flushable. So please don't put them down the toilet if you were to purchase them. This specific scent here is not available anymore. I do have some at home though. This is pink pineapple and sugar. I love these. But they just today released these again in Wild Seaside.
Okay.
So it's like a pretty blue package. So I'm super excited for those because these, if you're traveling, throw them in the cooler during the summer, and you've got like the cool wipe down.
That's cool.
PTA.
No pun intended.
Cool.
But I mean,
but if you have to freshen yourself up, it's fantastic. I sent a friend and coworker who does Arbonne. She went to their conference in Vegas, and of course it was in like July or August. And I sent her with a pack of these, and I said, throw them in your hotel fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And after you get back from walking around, if you're like coming back, change clothes, and go to dinner or whatever, just wipe yourself down with these. She took 5 of them with her. She ended up taking 5, and all of the girls loved them. Like the other girls bought them from her.
Wow.
They were fantastic. I love these things. I take them to work. So since I work early in the morning, I freshen up with these when I change my shirt. So I, kind of like wipe down and then put fresh deodorant and spritz on. I absolutely love these.
I want
These are
that scent.
fantastic.
I love the idea. I mean, I love the white,
Fantastic.
but the scent.
Yes.
Okay. What's next?
We can do this.
That's kind of body,
so
but not
body, bathroom. So Scentsy has hand soap. So lots of different flavors. It's a good size pump jar. This one in particular is caramel apple craze. So this was in our harvest collection in the fall. But so this particular scent isn't available. So if this is your jam, let me know and we'll get you taken care of. If you like cleaning the kitchen, one thing that I did not bring because I didn't have any on hand, Scentsy has Scentsy swipes. So they're like countertop wipes that leave scent behind. So they are not antibacterial. So that it's kind of dicey for some people. But if you're just doing like a quick cleanup of a spill or whatever, these just kind of leave the fragrance behind.
Okay.
Other items that are really popular is we have a counter cleaner. This is not just for counters. You can actually clean like pleather shoes. So
Wow.
you know, like your Nikes or you know, your Adidas, whatever the case may be, gym shoes. Spray this on there. I've even taken scuffs out of high heels.
Oh wow.
With counter cleaner.
Okay.
So not just counter cleaner. And it also cleans stainless steel appliances.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's cool.
So there's that one. And then if you're like, well, what about my bathroom? I got you covered. There's a bathroom cleaner too. So this is geared more towards the tubs, sinks, toilet tops. This doesn't go into the toilet. You obviously want to use, you know, your normal stuff. But to clean surfaces, you've got your bathroom cleaner.
Okay. That's awesome.
Laundry, everybody's favorite for sure. So we've got, you guessed it, we have laundry detergent in pump form.
That's cool.
So you got your pump. And then what then do you put in your laundry after that to make it smell even better? You usually use scent beads. Well, Scentsy has their own. We have washer whiffs. So it's like beads, but they're actually more like crystals. You can see that.
Okay.
And you can already
you can
smell it.
Sorry. I'm gonna smell this one. Oh wow. Yeah.
So
that
you
is
get
really
a decent size scoop in the cup. I'm trying not to leave anything for puppers. But it's a decent size scoop. So you can put as little or as much as you want in there. If you need something to be really fragrantful, then I would put more. But what's great is if you use the laundry detergent, the washer whiffs, and then when the clothes go in the dryer, we have dryer sheets. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. These are Scentsy suds. So these are in place of detergent. I thought I grabbed the dryer sheets. So this is sud sheets, basically. You take a sheet out and you throw it in the washer.
So
and
instead of using
liquid,
okay,
this disintegrates in the wash and washes the clothes as well. We also have dryer sheets. So there are dryer sheets.
And is this like as if you use one sheet and it's that's awesome.
Yep. If you don't like dryer sheets, there's dryer discs that Scentsy has. And I'll take one out. They're like a hard plastic. And they just fall to the bottom of the dryer. But if you use the same fragrance, it continues to enliven the scent in your clothes. And then it lasts. So, you know, your everyday stuff.
Okay.
But I used a fragrance for our laundry. And I actually had a coworker be like, what is that smell? And I was like, is it good or bad? And they're like, it's really good. And I was like, oh, it's just my jeans. They smell like fluffy fleece. And he's like, I really like that. And I'm like, okay. It's just my laundry. So really fun. I love it. It's safe. for sensitive skin. So it's clean product, no dyes, no artificial anything. The same coworker that went to Vegas, her children have sensitive skin, and I had her try the laundry stuff and nobody had a reaction. So
okay, well, that's
safe,
good to know.
safe for that. You want to show?
Well, might as well go in this.
Yeah. So there's Pet Line. We were talking about earlier. I'm going to kind of move through because I know we're getting close to time here. Best Buds shampoo. So this is Sweet Pea and Shea. So as you can see, we've got the doggy and we've got the kitty. So safe for that. Clean products as well. So nothing bad for the dog.
Can I smell it?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was like a seal. Or something
there might be, but you should be able to sometimes
I think
get through it. If not, the spray works.
Okay.
So this is a no knot spot. So it's a detangling spray. So if you've got long-haired doggies or kitties.
A client who has 3 Australian Shepherds and an English Shepherd who all have long fur, hair, whatever. Can I spray it?
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, I'll just open it instead of using the spray. Ooh, that smells good.
Mm-hmm. And then there's one other scent in that I have. So dogs are covered.
Is that
cats
so?
covered.
These are current products. Maybe not the scent, but
so they're they show up in sales. I don't have and I have stuff at home, but every so often they'll bring the Pet Line back. But
not now.
Not now. Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes in your Scentsy Club, which is like a subscription, like a loot box kind of thing, you can usually add stuff in there that's not active every day.
Okay, got it. So then
we're going to show this guy.
He looks so fun.
So Buddy Clip is a pre-scented character. So this is, we've got Liam the leprechaun.
Ooh, he smells good.
Yeah.
Wow, he smells really good. Sparkling yellow.
Yes. So it's like a lemony scent. So it's great to distinguish for backpacks. But you can put it on your purse, your backpack, a gym bag, diaper bag, whatever you need. And he, as he sways, he gives off the scent.
I smelled him instantly as soon as you took him out.
The scent will kind of start to fade where you won't smell him right away. But if you sniff him, you'll smell that. I've had a customer who has had a buddy for over a year and it still smells.
Now I was going to ask, because I don't know, but I mean, is there a way to refresh the scent, like a spray or
you could use a room spray, a Scentsy room spray that we have, and of course that was one thing that I didn't throw in the bag. You should
see the size of this bag that she has over here. It's ridiculous.
You could spray it down and rescent it. I don't know how well.
Got it. I just figured I'd ask the question because somebody may ask that, but this, I like him, which clearly he's not going to be available right now because he's a leprechaun.
Correct. But I have a few. So if
he smells really good.
Leprechaun is your lucky.
I've never necessarily, but will you notice if he's missing from your stuff? No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. Okay.
We want to show
what do I
those ones.
Oh my God, yes. Wait. Okay. This one is totally my jam.
Meet Dottie the dragon.
She's holographic. Well, I mean, as holographic. Well, she's iridescent, but she kind of mimics the idea of holographic.
So she's got her.
Because you can't really make
her wings. Yeah.
Her holographic.
So this is a Scentsy Buddy. So it's your standard like plush animal. And then they have a little pouch in the back. So you can use it if your child doesn't like scent. You can use it as like a hiding spot for, their favorite thing. or it comes with a scent pack of your choice. Most of them. Sometimes they come with their specific made pack.
Got it.
Or you pick your choice. This was actually, when you bought it, you got this one. So it's pineapple dragon fruit. And so the pack would shove into this little pouch here, and as hug it and squeeze it and lay on it.
You know where she would be perfect is up here. And then when I'm doing my live or something, I could grab her and whatever.
Okay.
She's cute. Is she
So that's
current
Dottie.
or is she?
Dottie, no, she was part of the Valentine's Day
Right. you
collection.
said
So
that.
there's
Okay.
lots of different plush. But we've got Harry Potter, we've got Disney, we've got regular animals. Yeah.
I'm now a Harry Potter person. I never until
You
end
have
of
a
last
golden
year, I think.
snitch in a buddy clip. Just I don't have that with me. I don't have one, but yeah. So that is Dottie, and then my
this
newest
one's really cute.
favorite guy. Everyone has this obsession with Scotland Highland cows. Well, meet Hamish, the Highland cow. He is actually a weighted buddy. So he's got weighted beads in his belly, and he's got beads in his feet and hands. He's just so cute.
He really
He's
is
3
cute.
pounds. So the other day I said this was great for moms who are missing like the newborn baby phase. So mine would calm down when they'd lay on my chest and like listen to my heartbeat. And so this is like bringing back memories of them laying there. And so it's like, oh, but he has a Velcro.
If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
And if you see in the catalog that there's something that you would like to see, we are having another live later in the month. If Heather happens to have it, she can always show it then.
So he's got a much larger pouch
Wow.
in the back.
Yeah.
But again, scent pack would go in there if you wanted to. But what's great about him is you can put him in the microwave and warm him. So he's a warming weighted buddy. But throw caution to the wind. You got to take this out before you microwave him. Otherwise, you're going to have a messy cow. So, but absolutely amazing. Today they just released a turtle. So if turtles are your thing, the turtle is a weighted buddy as well. And he's super cute.
Now,
super cute.
is he still available? The cow?
He is not, but I have some extra.
Okay.
And if that's the case, you could always buy him, and then we can add some turtles to the party and make it, so that you're getting credit.
Okay, so that's the other thing. What was I going to say? I just totally lost my train of thought.
Well,
but the link to the party is in the description box below. So if you want to check out the online shop, you can do that. That's how you would place the order. Anything that she's shown that is no longer available, if she has them available, you can communicate with her directly and figure out a way to purchase it. Well, not a way to purchase it, but
we get it purchased. Yeah.
And then figure out the way to get it for the credit.
Right. Yeah.
So don't, there were several things that may not be available, or the scent may not be available, and whatever. So that's definitely something that can be figured out. Otherwise you would just place the order online and it would be delivered to you, unless you are within an area that she or I are able to get to. Then, and if you're able to wait for the order a little bit until the party closes, it would come to her. We would separate it out and get it to you.
Speaking of that, so we would essentially do a bulk order at the end of the month. And I would add all of those orders together so that it comes shipped to either one of us. And then we can deliver. If you can't wait, like if you need something right away, like a gift, or you're outside of the delivering area, in
the United States.
Right. Correct. Or Australia.
Yeah,
we
Australia,
love
we'll
our
figure it
people
out. Yep.
over there. I would have it shipped from Scentsy. So Australia, you would have to order through us, and then we would get it to you. But within the United States, up to $350 or $400. I'm sorry, it used to be $350. If you were to order $400 worth of stuff, it would ship to you for free. If it's less than $400, you'd pay $10. It's a flat rate shipping. So whether your box weighs 100 pounds or 3 pounds, you pay $3.
So you buy one thing of wax or the entire catalog, it's $10.
Well, entire catalog, you're getting free shipping.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, that's true. But okay, that was just an example of.
But yes.
Yeah.
So I always like to put it by, because Scentsy used to do it by weight. But now it's just a flat $10 unless your $400 are over, and then it's free. Which
$10 is still that's even for something bad, little, it's
especially
not bad with these prices,
with how big some things are. Yeah. So the last thing, I know we've got just a few more minutes here. So I kind of touched base on it earlier of different companies having like a loot box or a mystery box. Well, Scentsy has their version, and it's called a whiff box. So these are always worth more than you pay for them. So I forget the amount on this one, but the one that was just released today has a retail value of $61 if you were to buy everything inside the box by itself. Okay. These boxes are only $35.
Oh wow!
When you buy them, buy the whiff box. And if you do a Scentsy club, which I'll kind of put in the party, and we'll explain it more later on, but you could end up getting this for half price. So like I get my boxes for $17.50.
Okay. And you'll explain how to get part of the club and whatever.
So what's great about the whiff box is there's always going to be an exclusive item. And actually, this has got the wipes. So this is in prep for our Destinations collection that just released for summer. So you always get this like cute little card that says, "Let the sea set you free." And then it's always in, different languages and whatnot. So you get 3 scent circles.
And it's different.
These are the same scent.
No, I meant like the box.
It's different every month.
It's different every month.
And there's always going to be exclusives in there where you can't get it from anywhere else. So then there's a set of pods. So this is that wild seaside that the body wipes are coming in.
Ooh, that's nice.
This is a room spray. So actually, what I forgot to bring, I forgot that it was in here. So 600 sprays in a can. Okay. These are perfect for bathrooms if you have smelly husbands or spouses, whatever. These are great. So these are, they used to be oil-based, but these are now water-based. So it puts droplets like on your countertop. You don't see it, but it keeps the fragrance lasting.
Oh, okay.
Some quick hacks. Spray your vacuum filter with a room spray. And it'll give off the scent. Spray your air filters for the house. It'll go through the filtration system. Okay. Or a fun hack is spray the inside of your toilet paper roll. So every time your toilet paper roll rolls, it gives off the scent.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's that one. And then you always get the bar, the scent of the month for the next month. And I'll explain that more in the group too of scent and warmer of the month. But this is that lemon, sugar, and sage bar that you smelled. And then they do these, I think they call them like K-cups. So they're wax cups, but they're like single serve. So you just pop it out in your warmer. And it's all 5 of our brand new summer scents. So you get those. And then this is the Scentsy Swipe. So these are the counter wipes. So your standard, Clorox container. 70 wipes in there, non-flushable. So don't flush them down the toilet, but they leave the fragrance behind. And so it comes in the box.
So now the box, the scents are different, but you get the same items every month, or just the
everything is different.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. So like the one that released today has a exclusive pink fan, the Scentsy Go. So that is our first battery operated fan, but can also be ran by USB, but it takes the pods. So that's in there. You get pods, you get the scent of the month for the next month.
Okay.
And you get the Wild Seaside body wipes in that box.
I want those, the pineapple ones.
So the box is different every month. There's something new. Sometimes it's washer whiffs. Sometimes it'll be a body cream. It's always different. So I've had warmers in the box, which is super fun. There was a Santa warmer in the Christmas box. So it kind of gives you, like, I've had fragrance flowers in there. So it's a little bit of everything in Scentsy. So,
okay, so you could buy one, or you can do the club, which we'll talk about the club, right? So
you could do both.
You could do both.
You could put it in your
which I know we mentioned it earlier, but we do have a Facebook Messenger party group that she'll be like sharing all kinds of different stuff and information and whatever. So if you would like to be part of that, just either if you want to leave it in the comment section, I don't know if you do, or you can email me at natalies.closet@yahoo.com, or you could go through the link, right? The shopping link, and reach out to you. And
my contact information is there.
Yeah, and let her know what your Facebook handle is, and then or name, and then she can add you. Or if you want to reach out to me, you through Instagram, or if you're on my Facebook group, whatever the case is. If you want to be part of that Facebook group party, let me know, and we will add you to it, and then you'll get all kinds of fun stuff. And we will be doing a second live at later in the month. So if there's anything you see, because the party runs June 1st through June 30th. So if there's
please don't wait till the last minute.
Yeah, that
because it's got to close by June 30th.
Okay.
So we have to know. So I would say try to get it in by like the 29th so that you have time. And I would tell you to create like a wish list.
Okay.
So that if I say, hey, this is what you've got, you know, X, Y, and Z, what you're grabbing.
Okay.
So that we can get the party closed, and then so that we're not delaying anybody's orders.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, but you know, it's open all month. Okay. Until let's say the 28th, that you need to place your order by the 28th so that everything can be finished by June 30th. But just ask any questions you have in the comment section below once the video posts. I mean, the live actually posts as a video. Or you can reach out.
Please ask questions.
Yeah, any questions you want. And you can reach out to her through the shopping link. You can reach out to me in any way that you know, email, Facebook Messenger, Facebook group, the community tab, Instagram, whatever I am, wherever I am, feel free to ask questions and I will get the answer. Or I could just add you to the Facebook group. You can ask, or however, we'll figure it out.
And your question might be somebody else's question, right? And that they're too afraid to ask.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to give as much as I can. And I know we threw a lot in this. So please, you know, feel free to go back and watch. Or like Natalie's saying, go through the catalog, you know, look at everything.
Because if Heather happens to have it in the second live, she'll show it so that you can see it. Because it's just nicer to see it
in person and then
in person, right? Yeah. Because sometimes those just stage photos aren't enough. And you know, whatever, we're here. Both of us are here. Her through the shopping link and the Facebook group party, and me through wherever you can find me.
It's funny, Bo, not so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot that we threw, and the link I'll always have through the month. Any videos that I post, I'll make sure to have, and I'll mention the fact that the party link is in there, but the link to the shopping link will be posted in any video I post throughout the month. I'll always make a mention of it. And you can always be added to the Facebook group if you want, or a Facebook Messenger group if you want. Just let us know. And
think Father's Day is June 15th for those of us in the US. So you can always order, you know, now if you need a Father's Day gift, but think baby showers, wedding gifts, housewarming, new homes,
Yeah.
Father's Day, birthday. It's never too early to buy for Christmas. We always have a clearance section too on my website. So things that are marked down. So always stream through there. It changes on a daily basis.
Okay.
So there's lots of great items there. So please take a look at everything. Take the time. You've got all month. And then anything that you can will help Natalie. I'd really want her to enjoy the Scentsy world as much as I have. And yeah, any questions, if you want to join my team, if you want to join Scentsy, if you love Scentsy, I'll be happy to have you. If you want to host a party, I'm happy to do that for you. I do have a VIP Facebook group for Scentsy. So if you'd like to be part of that to get the latest and greatest, I'm more than happy to add you to that so that you can get all the info. But I think we've hit our time with everybody. Yeah, so if there's no questions, I appreciate all of you being here. I know Natalie and I really appreciate it. So please watch the replay as much as you need to, or reach out to us in any way. And
just remember, if she showed something, but you're not seeing it in the catalog, and she said she has a couple, reach out to her. You guys can figure out how to, get it to you. And she'll figure out a way to make it count for the party. And so thank you, Heather, so much. This was awesome and so much fun seeing all this stuff, because I've seen you at markets, because we do vendor events. That's how we met, was through a vendor event. And I've seen her displays, but we're each at our tables having to take care of our tables, so there's not that much time to really look into everything. So this was a lot of fun. And oh my God, I want so much stuff.
Thank you for having me. So questions, let me know. And thank you for being here and, being willing to support Natalie.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
Have a good night. Have a good day, wherever you might be
and if
watching.
You're out of the United States, like she said, we'll figure out a way to get something to you if you are interested in it. So Leanne, don't be afraid. We'll talk.
All right.
I'll twist your arm.
Everybody.
All right. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Have a good one.
Wait, what was that? Wonderful information, and thanks for sharing. Wait, hold on. You're welcome, Becky. All right, now we're leaving. Bye. Okay, wait. Okay.